So you gotta realize we did this in 1 month. Not even we did this in not even a full 4 weeks, and we had a crazy turnout. If we had a little bit more time, I think the tickets should have went on sale a lot faster. But a lot of these guys, my new team is still learning. So I got to take my hat off to them. It's not their fault. It's just like when we fight in the U.S. Soon we announce the fight, the tickets is on sale. Here we announce the fight and the tickets didn't go on sale to a week later or 2 weeks later. Then they released a few tickets, which is. I don't point fingers I don't like to point fingers and say, well, it's his fault and it's his fault. We work together as a team, so I fought all of us together.
Floyd, listen, I appreciate you very. I want to ask you, what you got left to give to the sport of boxing? You got money, you could just go into the sunset and enjoy yourself, and I respect you as a boxer. What you got left to give to this? Exhibition fights, money,
Yeah,
or disrespect, because the respect's there already. You don't need to fight no more. You made enough.
I just
more
spoke.
money is more money.
No, I just spoke about this.
Yeah.
Listen, you're entitled to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
What you're successful with, I may not be happy with. So nobody out there can judge me
100%.
for what I do and for how I want to live. My thing is this: what everybody must know in this room, okay? It's not cheap to have private jets. You hear what I said? You keep what you said. I put the S on the back of that. It's not.
Come on, bro, cut the cap. You ain't buying. You ain't paying for. You ain't sustaining no private. You ain't listen, Floyd. Again, cut the cap. You ain't sustaining no PJs with them ticket sales. Come on now. Do you know what I'm saying? Fair enough. When Floyd was fighting Pacquiao and whoever else, who am I to say he can't sustain the PJs? But come on now, Floyd. Come on now. You must have sold about 50 grand worth of tickets, tops. That wouldn't even put the fuel in the jet. In fact, that wouldn't even pay for the air hostess for the jet. Do you understand? And this is the classic Floyd, yeah? When Floyd's down bad, he always goes to, oh man, I got the PJs. I got PJs, I got multiple jets, and come on, listen, Floyd. The event flopped. No one cares about your fake rented commercial. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Let's not forget that, people, yeah? Floyd, you be renting the planes. I bet you own the planes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, PJ, listen, Floyd, anyone these days, don't get me wrong, I'm broke as a joke, but anyone with money can go online and book a PJ somewhere. Yeah? Let's stop playing with I got private jets and this, that, the other. Because that show, the way you turned up to that show and it was empty. Yeah? We all know what this is. That means you're desperate for coins. Because you're not doing this for big money. The way that show was empty. It was empty. Yeah? Empty. Listen, super duper empty at that. So to sit there and say, I've got a lifestyle, I've got to maintain. No, you out here just trying to collect anything that going. That's what this shows. This wasn't a case of you turning up and it's all locked off and it's all busy and it's sold out. That's different. You can then say, listen, Floyd balling. But the question is, why would Floyd be turning up to an empty stadium unless he really hurting for it? He need that. What's that? I can get to 30 bags. That I'm telling you now, people. This fight was a 30 bag show. We've seen local tear-ups. We've seen local area fights that are more shut down than that. That's just what it is, people. People like Dave Allen were selling more tickets than Floyd did the other night. That's just a fact. Yeah? So anyone who believes that he's showing up and selling out is lying to yourself. Anyone who thinks Floyd got paid millions for that, it's financially or economically impossible for Floyd to have made millions or even $500,000 for that show, because no one was there, people. And the worst thing is, it was on pay-per-view. That's how down bad this guy think. I guarantee you, I'll be shocked if it sold more than 100 pay-per-views. No one knew about it. Don't forget, people, yeah? Us, man, we're like hardcore or casuals or whatever. Casual fans didn't even listen, never mind know about it. Even if casual fans knew about it, they ain't paying for it. Do you get that? So Floyd sold no pay-per-views and no one was there. Which means he's showing up for 50, 60 bags. Don't get me wrong, it's a good money for us, for me. But for this guy, that's chicken feed. Well, it should be chicken feed. But he out there doing it. Floyd out here running around the place for 60 bags. Yeah? That's just what the evidence shows. Floyd out here essentially doing a whole clown show for 60 bags. He down bad. That's a fact. He going all the way through it right now. We only had 4 weeks. Listen, Floyd. Mayweather Pacquiao, I think that was like 6 weeks. Time isn't the issue here, people. And I have to say, I am proud of the UK fans. I'm proud of the UK fans because they've finally said, I do have to say, some of you USA man, you're a little bit corny. Why? Well, when Floyd turns up to the USA, you man be buying that crap. All of this exhibition rubbish. You man love that rubbish. In the UK, we told Floyd we ain't down for that. And I think Floyd even, who was it? No, someone said, in the UK they're a bit tight with their money, and in the US we like to show up and whatever. Listen, yeah, in the UK we are a bit tight. We're tight to keep our coins from them bum looking ass shows you be putting on. Don't get me wrong, Floyd, yeah, he's a great talent, but listen, I wouldn't even mind watching Floyd fight KSI, for what it's worth. If Floyd wants to fight KSI in a real fight, I'm down for that. Because KSI will turn up and try and win. But all these other ones, Floyd versus some cornball ain't no one heard of, get that one out of here. It's a bit like Floyd versus Logan. People watched that. That had appeal. Big buff looking ass Logan versus old man Floyd. But to come over here to the UK, it shows how delusional Floyd was. He thought he could just pull up, do no promo. And listen, even if he was doing promo, I think I know he did do promo. There was a few dead promos, but they should have took the hint. Yeah? Floyd's team, you're right, Floyd. Your team is green. Because if your team wasn't green, they'd have taken the hint. Oh, wait there a minute. This promo is bombing. Yeah, Floyd was doing the most trying to pump this fight up as well. I did a video a day before the fight. Floyd didn't turn up to the weigh-in. That wasn't a mistake. He trying to add up the speculation. Oh, Floyd's not there. Listen, it bombed. Yeah, that's how you know someone's down bad or something's down bad. When, I mean, think about it. Let's say Floyd versus Pacquiao, yeah? And Floyd doesn't turn up to the weigh-in. The world would melt down. Only us industry dudes even heard about it. And guess what? No one didn't turn up the next day. If anything, it might have even hurt the card. Yeah, because the minute people heard about Floyd not turning up, they think, the fight must be cancelled. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's truly peak. It's super duper truly peak. But again, never mind. I mean, the evidence is there. It was empty. Yeah? Floyd's event put the E in empty. That's just what it was. But again, even if you don't believe that it was empty, like Floyd said, it was a great success. Cut the cap, Floyd. But again, even if you believe it was a great success, like Floyd said, the way you know Floyd's lying is when he comes with a obfuscation. When he starts talking about the jets or how many mansions he's got. Oh man, I got mansions. I got multiple properties. I got smart investments. That's how you know the event flopped. Because he has to move the goalposts. No, wait a minute, Floyd. People weren't asking you about your fake rented private jets. They were inquiring about why the show was empty. Yeah? And the guy even said to him, listen, Floyd, you're a legend. You're ruining your mystique. For a great legend to turn up to a show and no one's there, it's peak. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when Ali was doing the exhibitions, people was literally hanging off the roof trying to get a look. And I do have to be honest, when Floyd started doing this kind of thing, yeah, initially it was kind of popping. But like anything in life, it's supply and demand. And Floyd has oversupplied the market. Too much. Floyd, if he was smart, should have thought, you know what, I'll keep it to once a year. Once a year, I'll find out who the most popping social media guy is, and I'll fight him. Okay, Logan. Okay, KSI. You know what I mean? Okay, this guy. Okay, that guy. That's how it should have been. Kept it short and sweet. Instead, Floyd thought, ooh, that Logan, and I believe Floyd made a good bag against Logan, because after all, it's Logan Paul. But Floyd, not thinking too much long term, he thought, oh, that Logan Paul bag was good. I'll start doing this every week. And before you know it, no one cares now. Literally, no one cares now. You've milked all of the juice out. It's played out. And I don't believe, again, it will take something like Floyd versus KSI. And that'll be the last one as well. Do you know what I mean? That's where Floyd's taking it to now. He's rinsed it. In the last year or so, he's had 5 or 6 years worth of fights. I remember years ago, it used to be rare to have a Floyd event. Now you just don't know. Floyd's events are popping up every weekend. The mystique and the rarity is gone. Floyd now, when you hear the name Floyd Mayweather, it used to ring of quality and, maybe once a year. Now it's like cheap, tacky stuff. That's the God's honest truth. Genuinely, as a boxing fan, I remember a year or two ago, when Floyd first started these exhibitions, I was actually watching them. I didn't even watch this one. Yeah, there was actually some intrigue there. In fact, I think I was even excited for it. But he did way too much. Every week there's some bum thing now, man, played out. And I don't believe he's going to get it back. I just don't. I think at best he can hope for is a big final fight against KSI. And that's it. Because all that glitz and glams, it's gone. He talks about, Warren Buffett still makes money. It's not the same, though. Your mystique isn't based on buying a stock. Your mystique was beating the best boxers, not fighting random dudes and you know what I mean, and goofing out, man. That's whack. Ain't no one trying. And end of the day, my opinion or not, that's what the evidence and that's what the data is showing. That's why no one was there. Yeah. So save the little bit of dignity you got left. That's the problem. Floyd's already exposed himself. He said, "I've got bills," which is telling you what? He's broke as a joke. Oops, innit? That's what he said. He tried to stunt. Floyd tried to stunt, but at the same time, he played himself. Exposed himself. Oh, I've got private jets to run. Oh, wait a minute, Floyd. So you're saying you've got to fight because you're broke as a joke and you can't afford the rented jets? Oops. You know what I'm saying? Floyd didn't really peep that one. He talked too much. Chatty patty. So Floyd's exposed why he's doing this. He's forced to. Floyd is forced into servitude because he must pay the bills. Because he broke. That's what the evidence, that's what his own words have said. He said, I haven't got no cash. I've got private jets that are expensive. So I've got to be whoring myself out doing these corny shows. It's a sad day for Floyd. Listen, man. You're a 50-year-old man. Why does a 50-year-old man need multiple private rented jets for? Yeah? Floyd, rather than spending all this money with private jets, what you want to do is invest in some mental health services. Because clearly Floyd's been trying to patch a hole that's missing. Obviously, we've all got something missing, but Floyd's always tried to, he's always trying to be the centre of attention, he's always trying to be that guy, and there's something missing. And rather than trying to sustain private jets you can't afford, go and get some psychological help and work through your issues. Yeah? Because trying to fill your issues with planes and things you can't afford, that's over. Yeah? You ain't making that 4 million pay-per-view money anymore. That's been gone. Anyway, we must pray for Floyd right now. He going through it 100%. Listen, that stadium, I felt sorry for the stadium. That stadium was empty. Yeah? Tragic. Honestly, it was a truly tragic occasion. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. One of the biggest stars of all time, Las Vegas Lights. He went from Las Vegas Lights to some dusty place in the UK and no one was there. Wow. Listen, Floyd, he fell off. Let me know your thoughts. We must pray for Floyd. Smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell 100%.